RDA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Right to the air is Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 13.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And they run with Harris off the option.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Pickett sets up play action.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 22. Pickett to throw on first down. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Steelers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run again with Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Connor Hayward. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
These two teams all tied after one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
field by Boyd.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Whew.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now a first down carry for Harris. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their... They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Again, it's Harris.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 79 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Second down and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go, here we go.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Gun.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On third down, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go.
11 and 3. Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And that now two interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 31, Pickett. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On second down, this is Harris. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, All I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. Pickett going to keep it again. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Burrow will throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on third down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
And they go play action now. Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To the air again, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
11.
Second down and goal. Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
11-90.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, he's going to float this one deep right side.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last two games. The CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pickett back to throw.
And this is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Off play action. Pickett. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
A big 30-yard play on third.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
166 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
It's Pickett on the keeper.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
On 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Harris gets past pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And now here's another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris, 33 yards.
And the Steelers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here we go, here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
And some room to run now. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
61 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Charles, a lot of happy faces